For as long as I can remember, I have always been okay with being on my own. It's not good. I know this because of Andrew Huberman saying that, hey, if you social isolate, you will build up this Takikainen. What a beautiful name. Ki in Thai means shit, literally. This Takikainen peptide is in your brain makes it horrible for you because you will get irritable and angry, and there's cortisol making you, also stressed. In my case, it's not that I social isolate completely because I'm still in touch with my family or with my best friends, but they're not really here. I do have friends in Berlin as well, but I didn't really connect with them too often physically. I always text them on WhatsApp or send them an audio, but the best way or better way is to actually meet up with them. So why don't I do that? It's not that I don't like meeting people. I mean, yes, I am an introvert, I think. I don't know. There's also an explanation for introverts and extroverts based on Andrew Huberman, which I won't get into right now. But I always had the thought of, if I'm like on my own, I can then practice and hone in on my skill sets and get better there. And therefore I'm sacrificing the relationship parts or, friendship part. It's a sacrifice. It's something where I want to use that time to something more meaningful. It doesn't really make sense too much because in my circumstance, I back then had also self-sabotaging behaviors because lack of control. And when I do that, I am now more embarrassed to meet up with a friend because I did these horrible things. It feels really wrong to meet up with someone who's like much further than I am and who's already got a job, and yet here I am still studying but like postponing things, and I'm like self-sabotaging with smoking cigarettes, and it was just, I don't know, bad what I did, obviously. But that's the reason behind why I didn't want to meet up with friends too often, because I was just embarrassed. I know, I just feel like I am trapped in this world because lack of control, like I've already mentioned. And it's like kind of, I know, a spiral downward, because when I, for instance, go out and meet a friend and I think like how far they are in their life, I think back to my life and say like, hey, you're studying something for the sake of others, and like you could be doing like him. That's the life that I want to live. Like, what am I doing? And it makes me then feel bad. And then maybe I come back home and then I self-sabotage, and then it makes me like embarrassed, to meet up with that person or with my friend again. And then it just goes on like that because I am not living my life. It goes back and will always go back to that reason, to that root cause. Now, I've come to the point in my life where, yes, I know I am not living my life because I'm still studying, but I can use the time now to just pursue the things that I want to do. The thing is, I had a lot of time, really a lot of time, because I got student loans. The studying thing, because I have my memorization technique, the exams were not that difficult, or let's say because I didn't really aim for awesome grades, I just wanted to pass. It was okay for me because I used the memorization technique that I'm also using now to memorize all of these things. I didn't have a job, so I could have really used all of that time to making storytelling videos. And I did use it for making TikTok videos or Instagram videos. I did meet up with a comedian, for instance, to make videos back then. And maybe I'm looking down on myself too much because it's not like I've done nothing at all. Yes, I've had a couple of self-sabotaging behaviors, and yes, there were many days where I might have not done something productive and I had maybe depression phase, I still made videos. I still like educated myself on a lot of things. It's just that I haven't like implemented maybe 80% of it. I don't know, maybe sometimes I'm just looking down on myself too much. I mean, I know I am behind in life. This behind in life is also again because I compare myself to others, right? I don't do that anymore. I embrace the journey that I'm on. Doesn't matter how old I am. Maybe I'll be studying when I'm 60. I mean, you learn your entire life anyway. With all that being said, I still gotta admit I am scared. But the only thing, like I said, what I can do is, just make the best out of it. Now that's the reason why I didn't really socialize too much with other people, with my friends, because I was just embarrassed. I guess I still have a little bit of that feeling when I meet up with others because how far they are already in life, but then it's not as bad as how it used to be, because now I think like, this is my journey. This is how I was, and is it optimal? No. Could I've done better? Yes. But can I go in the past? No. And I've learned from all of that. And it's just a matter of me accepting it. That's all I can do. I also want to say this, that when I do make videos now, I really, really, really try to approach it from the documenting approach. I really hope that I never come across as giving advice. The only thing what I will do is give my perspective, because keep in mind that everyone has a unique circumstance. Some might be more unique like mine. But hey, if you're a late bloomer, then you are perfect. You're perfect on my channel, because that's all what all this channel is about. But if there's only one advice that I can give to you, gain as many perspectives as possible, because maybe there's only a tiny little bit that you get value from my video, but it's still meaningful, and then you get value from that video from others, obviously, and then you got your thing. So in conclusion, will I socialize more often? I'm going to be honest that during the week and maybe Saturday, I will not, because I just want to, memorize and make videos and just own in. But I will really try to push myself to socialize more. And it's not that I don't talk with others at all. I mean, I really try my best to keep in touch with all of my good friends. I even sometimes like send them gratitude audios, because I'm really grateful for having all of these great friends. But one thing that I really, really suck at is talking with girls, because I haven't done that in a while. And what I want to do is maybe start doing cold approaches again. I know, because it really gets you out of that comfort zone. I remember doing that like years ago. The first 20 girls that I talked to was like really tough. It was really nerve-wracking. I mean, obviously, if I started again, I'm pretty sure that the first 20 to 30 girls will be nerve-wracking. It's just how it is, how it's gonna be. You can have like the best techniques, but you're just nervous, man. You're just nervous. But I think I'm going to implement one technique from Andrew Huberman, which is the cyclic sigh or psychological sigh, where you really take a deep inhale, and then one more inhale at the very top, and then exhale. When you do that, you actually feel relaxed instantaneously. One of the things that I really want to get good at, besides visual storytelling, is just approaching random girls when I see, hey, they look really nice. I want to talk to them. And yes, it's gonna be frightening. Yes, it's gonna be out of comfort zone, but I just feel like I want to be able to talk to anyone that I want to. if there are two things that I really want to become good at, is visual storytelling and communication. And not only communicating, but also talking to anyone that I want to. And that's probably going to be my goal for that. I don't want to give like any advice there because there's just something that I have to work on. And if I gave you an advice there, I would be a hypocrite. You know, I was telling you, hey, just get out there and socialize more and all that, because that is what I'm telling myself to do. Yes.